Leche. Parity of patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here we are again, the Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretary. That's what we like to call ourselves and use. All of us, everyone's, and more is our Comingsz very small soons. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of person histories on this, our homes, and all our planets, past, present, futures, and contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as including ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all the Elhas and Elohims, all the Ellie circles and Erways, all the females and males, all the souls that God has created and incarnated, past, present, futures, can be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. Now, does that in any way suggest we're trying to usurp the ever-loving authorities and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustaining, including us and all that we knows and has ever known and shall ever known, past, present, futures, including all our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively with the eyes in it, and all the flora and fauna that Goddess God has given us to Couszmic appreciates. And so we says, Namaste, the divines within us, greets the divines within you and all. And we says, Mikotuya Oyosi, Mikotuya Kosipearls, we're all related, we are innocent and alls, and everyone's related, all's related, and because we know we're ours all related, we cans and shells and cans, comes together again back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens and this and all our earths. And we also says, the alights within us greets the alights within yous and alls. Comingsz, Zaval, Chaim, Shalom, Mir, Pache, Sol, Salam, Ciao, Merci, Shlandavag, Chidquay, Namaste, already said it. Ubuntu, back and forth to mitochondrial before is after enduring. Let's put that right at the beginning. And good day, and all the languages of all the heritages and hues on this and all our planets and beyonds, so that we can all says, let their loves and lives ever youngs, ever youngs eternally and prosperous everyone's and alls. Now, and then because we also know that we are all made of star stuff, and because we are heeding the divine feminine friendlies and egalitarian civilizations of ancient times, especially the very lengthy Magdalenian era, Atlantis, Thrace, Ubuntu, back and forth to mitochondrial leaves, before 730s, Vedics, Druidics, and so many, and beyond this planet's watchings and in connections. And so therefore we also call ourselves co-white cat death women, co-changing women, Iroquois, goddess clan mothers, co-sky women, co-earth women, co-Kachinas, co-Katinas, co-cousin brothers of clans and gens, and we call ourselves co-Daganach, co-Kalki, co-Orishas and Uriahs, put that right at the beginning, co-Avloshkaseros, Kuan Yin's Buddhas, co-Zayashant, co-Kalkis, co-Mavaris, co-Messiahs, and other names, including co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Don't let those names intimidate you. The word Couszmic Chrisztsz, the word Christ in ancient languages simply translates to anointed. Anointed to do what? To bring together kindness and wisdom back and forth in circles times, optimal geese on this and all our planets, past, present, futures, now cosmic geese. Therefore we also call ourselves other names, such as co-volunteering new times, Cupids, and Psyches and Eroses, co-Estelarians and co-Estelarians, in fact, co-Astralians and co-Astralians, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50 promise fulfilled, of volunteering new times with Shushan, a 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes, equally, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, all the apostles' families of females equally with the males, and also connecting them to their ancient heritages, of course, of Atlantis, Thrace, Hesperides, Atlantides, Pleiades, whatever you want to call them, Ubuntu, back and forth, Dramaticon, these verses, Dirties, Vedics, Druidics, and all the heritages and use of all the civilizations on this planet and beyond, so that we can all have parity, peace, cultures on this and all our planets. And therefore, and so that we call ourselves the very real Stargates, Atlantis, and all holy lands and sacred traditions, a very real Stargate and Star Trek put together for parity, peace, cultures, heavens, and the smaller earths. Now, it sounds like a daunting task to call currently to open the Stargates and the Akashic records for reborns and risen humanities, but actually it's easily accomplished via the new Millennial Golden Rule, which you can read at 5050 now at WordPress.com. And just extra read all even steps for easily accomplished strategies for making awesome thusers. You'll also see a page on the website called Among the Representatives. Use, because use tools, cans, and just shells and cans, trends as becoming Equinoxtrueqsz Co-Secretary General Couszmic. The only issue is that we're silly getting stupid enough to lose our incarnate, to lose this planet, and have to come down again from some other place and do it again. But we actually believe some cans and shells and cans accomplished this now than here from years down. And so you can see our names and pictures there. We can say, well, we'll say some of them. We include yours. We start with our family trees, and yours too, symbolized by picture frames. And we start, of course, genealogically and genealogically with our great-grandmothers first go first, and then all the Shekinahs of our families, and then equals especially for opening the Stargates, and our Akashic records, so beloved, our youngest generations of Elohim and Hell, Elohim's, Eli circles, and always females and males. So we'll say some of the names, and say all of them, say some of them. We have, you're going to say, and Queen Esther, and all the Iroquois, Scottish clan mothers, and co-sister Kazinas, co-cousins brothers. And of course, we have our co-wife Kefpuf, until more currently, is, we have, you're going to say, Queen Esther, we have more currently, Lydia Costanza, Barbara Herschel, and Virginia, and Lydia Volunteer New Times. And of course, we have our co-wife Kefpuf, women, Rosary, and Pearl, and especially equally, Ma, Patricia, Sunrise, and equally Martha, Murder, Sophie, and lots more there, and we're singing this, Laura, lots more. Of course, we have our Bunches families. We have our Mabels and splits and sisters and Celines, and we have our Josephines and Anns and Looney and Dialas and Doggies and lots more there. And of course, we have our Lights families, our Bonnies and Silvers, and lots more there. We have our Malcolms and Shirleys, and lots more there. And we have, of course, our Slarian families, Hannah's and Ellen's, lots more there. And our goodness and yours to our branches, our hearts. We have our Rita Twining, Magdalens and Nazarenes. We have Venezia and Rhines, Australia number 10, Australia, Eagles, and and equally so traveling back for circle day, 30 Clara, Jupiter, Jonathan, Pastor Internet, Risen Rise, Cambury, Grandpa, Grammatical, the Grace Sword, Universities, Teacher, and the Levels, the Wells, Grandma Linda, and Leon and Jenny of the God families, Rachel, High, the Stargates families, Barbara's, and Happy's and Hopeless, lots more there. We have our current generations of females. We have our Esther's and Rachel's, and Mary's and Julia, and Equals, and Jenny's and Jill's, Divines, and Barbara's, lots more there. And especially our youngest generations. We have apples and risen rotation lanes, all particular leaders, so much varieties of writing leads, especially hands, especially Vanessa Sally, and Hands, which also use equals, and equals, that's what God lead, last mentioned, and blessed bows, and those are Comingsz, very, always have ceremonies, always have related these sins, let's carry that picture of blessings.